What's up, guys? We're back for another Rust update video, and sorry it's a little bit later than usual. Like I said, I was just feeling pretty sick, and I just kind of had to take most of the day off. But yeah, we're going to take a look at all the stuff that's being added, has been added in, and then we'll take a look at what will be added in. So our new item here is the locker, and there's actually already a couple skins for them. So I picked up the military skin. If you want to see the other one, you can take a look at my last video. And so you place these guys down, and what they do is they hold another set of gear for you. So you just kind of swap. That goes into there. Then you can gear up with another set. Say swap. And so now, if we want to quickly gear up the heavy set, you just do that. You don't want that, then go ahead and swap it for your other set of gear, etc. That kind of thing. So it's actually a really cool functionality, and it's a really neat item to have into the game. When it comes to crafting, a few things have been made cheaper. So if you take a look at the chair, it is now dropped down to 50 wood and 75 metal fragments. It used to be sitting at 150 and 100. So, you know, those dropped. And then also the table has dropped as well. And it's gone from 300 and 150 to 200 and 100. So it's kind of dropped by like 50 each of pretty much that kind of stuff. And then when you come to the turrets, they've also been reduced. The fire turret has gone from 15 to 10. 5 pipes to 2 pipes. Propane stayed the same and gear costs stayed the same. And then for the auto turret, of course, it still requires 1 computer and camera, but it's gone from 75 high qual down to 40. So they're hoping to see a lot more turrets and such popping in on the game. Another change that you can see is the vending machines. If you place one and you pull out the in-game map, of course, you can see where they are if people put the location on. Well, people are getting frustrated because they would go to a vending machine and it wouldn't have any inventory. So now they show up as a red dot if there's no inventory and a green dot if there is. So again, it's kind of just a nice little quality, you know, change there. The helicopter, a lot of people use the exploit of where they aren't authorized on the cupboard and then they make a heli tower and deauthorize using alt account or something. So they aren't friends with it if it's a modded server, blah, blah, blah. You know, all the way around. And basically, the heli won't rocket or napalm. Well, it still won't rocket because you can use that to grief bases. I'm sure they're working on something better to work that one out. But for now, it will napalm because napalm no longer destroys things and only kills and burns bodies. So that's kind of a nice little buff to the helicopter, making it so less people can use that exploit. In addition to that, there's been some skin and memory fixes. You can look at that as well as the animation tweaks that they have added in this update. And then, lastly, fish. If you go ahead and just catch fish with fish traps, if anyone's still doing that, trout will give a little bit of animal fat. So that's kind of what's going on there. So anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and cut and show what's coming next. So we've got the wooden armor redesign here, and as you can see, it definitely looks like a much more viable kind of armor rather than just random wood logs strapped together. So this definitely looks like it's going to be much more viable. Hopefully it stays in separate pieces and they don't make it into a one-piece suit like the bone armor is. Or at the very least, hopefully they don't nerf it into all but uselessness. And as you can see here from this week's devlog, they're starting to do some work on it, get it colored, and they're kind of just getting it ready to rig up and bring into the game, which is great. So that's going to be awesome. Next up, we've got the rework for the bed. The bed, basically, they said it was always just a placeholder, so they want to go ahead and make one. As you can see, it definitely has more of a rusty look, which they said, of course, is their goal. And I'm not sure if this is going to add any other functionalities to the bed of any sort, or if it's just, you know, a final rework of what they want to finally look like in the game for us. We'll just have to see what happens there. The next thing is something that excites me quite a bit, and that's the new wall frame piece. And these are the cargo nets, and you'll be able to put these up in your base in the space of where a wall would be, and they can be climbed on like a ladder, or like you would imagine something similar looking in a pirate ship. So this is actually pretty cool. This also means that they're not done with adding building pieces into the game, and that they're hopefully taking a look again back into the wall and ceiling frames, and we may hopefully get some new kind of cool and exciting stuff, hopefully traps and proper windows with glass and so forth. Hopefully that's kind of what this is leading to. If not, at least we got another cool building piece here anyways. The other thing that they'll be adding in is the spinner, which was concepted quite a while ago. They retossed that concept art back up, and they said what they'll do is they'll probably have a blank version similar to the first one, which you can go ahead and draw on in-game, but they will also make it skinnable in the workshop so that people can come up with specific, really cool stuff as well. So that's kind of a neat little play object that we'll be getting in the game. But the real reason I'm sure everyone here is watching, this video to the end, is that the Workbench is something that's going to be added back into the game finally. This is the Tier 1 Workbench, as they're calling it. Since they're saying Tier 1, Tier 2, I mean, they're not saying Tier 2, but why would they say Tier 1 if there is no Tier 2? Just like, the furnace was a Tier 1 furnace, the large furnace is a Tier 2 furnace. Well, to the campfire, there's supposed to be a Tier 2 cooking item of some sort too. So, hopefully this means we are still going to have multiple tiers of items in the game. I personally like the little air freshener hanging there at the top. But we can only assume right now they haven't specifically said what it's going to do. But you can imagine the Workbench will probably work similar to how it did in Legacy, where within its vicinity you could craft faster. It would cut crafting times down. Also, there could be a chance that you can only craft certain items when at this bench. And there's also the possibility of pretty much anything else they want to add. It could give you a buff if you've used it. Who knows? So we just have to see kind of where this goes into the workings of the game. But that pretty much does it, guys. I hope you're excited as I am for some of this upcoming stuff, as well as the couple cool little additions and fixes that they have added to the game as they continue to do kind of quality of life stuff to improve it. So they seem to be listening to us pretty well, which is nice. Not a lot of developers out there really do that. So I'm excited to see how that's going. There's been a lot of progress on the AI branch, so I may be doing a video later this week or this weekend showing that off as well. So we'll have to see. I'll just see how well the project is going with that. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.